Look at these cards. Look at this. Virgo, listen to me. There's somebody here who 100% regrets choosing another person over you. No matter how long ago this was, there's someone here who's just constantly thinking about the past and how they hurt you, how sorry they are. There's a regret about not making a decision or choosing somebody else over you, or choosing something else over you, Virgo. This is some kind of past relationship of some sort. And you've got somebody here who's like super, like they have a 3 of Swords. They're in a heartbreak situation. I feel like they might be connecting with another person right now, or they have someone else that they chose, and it doesn't look good. This person of yours here is in a lot of pain. All right, they might be going through a divorce. Maybe they're divorcing you, or there was a divorce with you, or a breakup. They're going through this cycle again. It is repeating again. And this is for the end of March going into April. Someone here who's in a lot, like even depression. So if you're interested in this video, Virgo, click the like button, click subscribe. If you want to hear more, we're going to get into this.
I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes me.
All right, Virgo. You have someone here who's rethinking their decisions. Even if they were rebounding with another person, or if they're currently rebounding with somebody else. The Tower energy. Things are crashing down, or will be, on this person. Ego. The ego is getting hit. Big time. They got you on their mind, and they are in a deep kind of feeling of loss, maybe even some ill health, feeling isolated. Whoever they were with, or whoever they are currently with, is not giving them the love that they thought they could get. Grass wasn't greener on the other side. Person they're currently with is probably abandoning them, or will be abandoning them. I feel like your person thought they could, instead of dealing with the relationship or whatever problems, or resolving whatever problems there were in the relationship, they thought they could just run to somebody else and problems will be solved and everything will be fixed and they don't have to worry about it. That's what they thought. But that's not what's happening here. Whoever they're with is a karmic, or is giving them a lot of problems. They may have already left that person, Virgo, and now they're by themselves, and you are on their mind constantly. Why are they regretting? Oh, 5 of Swords. They are regretting cutting you off, or some things that they said to you, or some things that they did. Stealing from you. There might have been some theft. Maybe they were acting like a bully. They said some nasty things. They told the person that they're with bad things about you, and guess what? It's coming back around. What do they regret? You are a light in their life, Virgo, the sun. They regret letting go of your sunshiny nature, of your positivity. You brought life, you brought positivity, you brought warmth to this person's life. Maybe it's a Leo. You brought them joy. You supported them. Whatever they were trying to achieve in their life, this is what they're thinking about. I feel like this person's just kind of kicking themselves right now. Like, damn. Feeling like they lost the best thing they ever had. Because they thought the grass was greener. They thought whoever they were going to. And I'm going to talk, and listen, I'm not saying that, if two people break up and then there's a new relationship, that's like a karmic thing. No, I feel like something happened here where they got served some serious negative karma for some bad energy that they gave to you. I feel like they took advantage of you. Four of Swords. This person is trying to heal. They're going through some kind of split right now, Virgo. And they're by themselves. Sleeping maybe. Sleeping a lot. Retreating. They're not talking to anybody. They're in solitude for sure. Possibly in recovery. And it's hitting them. Or it will be. This loss. King of Swords. Right? So you could have had a connection with another Virgo. You could have had a connection with an air sign. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And they're thinking it through. Really thinking it through. I feel like this person realizes that a lot of the things that they brought to the relationship, they intentionally said some things or did some things to get back at you, is what I'm hearing. And they're looking at that now. They're seeing that now. Seven of Swords. Yeah, maybe they ran away. They're thinking about that. They're thinking about the lies that they told, not just you, but to others. They're thinking about how they lied to themselves, fooled themselves. They weren't being transparent and honest with you. You may have found some stuff out, and now they're going over it in their head. A lot of loss and a lot of regret, right? This person, they are thinking that you are their true love. You're the one they really love. The person they're with right now, they're faking that love. It's not real. It's not you. Gemini energy here. It's not real. You are their true love. They felt that with you. Tell Virgo, or tell everyone, what was this breakup? Oh. So they had to put some work into a relationship with you? Or it wasn't really that hard to be with you? You didn't run them into the ground to be perfect? I feel like who they're with now, or will be separating from, is really making them... It's almost like they have to put in so much more effort with this new person, and they don't even want to, because that's not the one that they love. It may have felt like to them in the beginning that they, oh wow, they found this perfect person and all, but I feel like after all the dust has settled, the fairy dust about a relationship, I feel like now the real work starts or has started, and they're coming to terms with the fact that they had it so much better when they were with you. So something happened. What happened? Why was there a break? Oh, Knight of Cups, because they were flirting around or acting like they were single. Or they were making moves on other people or on another person that maybe you found out about. But they were being with you, but acting as if you didn't exist, like you weren't in a partnership. They might not have even acknowledged you fully or to other people. And like, you know what I mean? Like to recognize it. They acted like they were on their own. They took advantage. I'm hearing they took advantage of your love and everything that you offered. So did you end it, Virgo, or did you catch them doing something and that caused you to end it? Or did they just suddenly decide they didn't want to be with you anymore? I don't know. There's a third person in the picture, though. The third person showed up in the picture. Your person took a risk to leave you. They realized this. They made a fool of themselves. This is what they're coming to terms with in April. And it's starting now, right? And also in the Mercury retrograde, that does give people pause to kind of reflect. And I feel like your person is pausing and reflecting. Let's take a look at you, Virgo. You got the Two of Swords, Virgo. You cut this person off, didn't you? You cut them off. You're not ready to compromise. Or you're just not ready to make any kind of decision other than your energy towards this person is just stay away. Just get away. You don't even want to talk to them because of their lying and their cheating. And you're rebuilding yourself, your confidence. You might have been blaming yourself, or maybe you were very angry. Excuse me. You're very cold towards them because I feel like you're rebuilding your confidence, getting your self-assurance, kind of telling yourself it's not you, it was them. They made the decision to do what they did. And you're getting back in your power at this time and in April. I don't feel like you have a heart for this person. Or if you do, it's buried under a lot of anger. You just don't want to deal with them in April. Yeah, Virgo, look, 9 of Cups. So you're all about you, and, you're rubbing the genie lamp for yourself, Virgo. You're like, I'm going to make my own wishes come true. I'm going to find my happiness and my joy. That's the 9 of Cups there, Virgo. You're losing weight. You're being active. You're not looking for quick results. You're setting your intentions here, Virgo, making your wishes come true, and they will come true, whatever it is you're manifesting and you're hoping to happen for yourself. You're working on that, especially in the month of April. You're doing it. Is this person going to come back to Virgo? Because they got you on their mind. Oh, yeah. They're going to come back, but they're going to come back in a real heavy-duty mental state, this 9 of Swords, like with a lot of anxiety. And they should, because there's a chance that they might get rejected, or you might tell them. I feel like this person's going to come back too soon for you. It looks like you might need a little more time to, I don't know, just kind of be on your own. But I do see they're going to come back out of anxiety and say, oh, I've changed, and oh, that relationship's over, and, I'm not going to lie anymore. I'm making this lifestyle change here. And they're going to be talking really fast, okay? And when you notice that, if you actually talk to them or you hear from them somehow, they have a lot to say. And with that 9 of Swords is coming from a place of restlessness and anxiety. They're in extreme torment. Knight of Wands, yeah. 2 Knights, so they're going to be bolting back in your direction, because they're going through a loss here. They've lost something or someone. They've lost their blankie, their security blanket. You were kind of like a security blanket for them. So yeah, Virgo, I do feel like they're going to rush back in, be very like fire under their feet. And I feel like they might be coming back too soon. I don't feel like they're gonna try to shoot their shot to try to get back. Here we go. We're doing sports analogies again. They just showed me a basketball. I don't know anything about basketball. I know how to throw it and aim for the hoop, but I don't know any basketball's terminology. So if anything comes out, just so you know, I must be channeling a basketball player. All right, so they're going to try to shoot their shot here with you, but I feel like they're going to miss because they're coming from a place of anxiety. They're going through some kind of separation right now. They want to be back with you. Yeah, see, they're very hopeful. They're very, very hopeful. Aquarius energy here. Very hopeful. They're hoping they can renew this. They're hoping you're going to take them back. They're hoping you're going to give them a chance, like some kind of miracle. They have a lot of faith. They're just desperate though. It feels like desperation because they're going to be out there on their own. They don't want to be alone, but it's also giving them pause to reflect on what they've lost or what they've let go of, or what, even if you ended the relationship, their choice to not fight for it was them accepting the loss. And now I feel like as they go through some kind of cycle shift here with another person where things are not as wonderful as, and you might see them and think, oh, they're super, super happy, but that's just a facade. Okay, I don't feel like things are working out with whoever. I feel like there's fighting or there's arguing, and I feel like the person they're with is requiring so much more from them. And if they had that to give, they would have stayed with you. Okay, so don't get it in your head or in your heart to believe that, well, they've moved on to somebody else, so they're going to do better. No, they're not going to do better. They're just going to be the same. And the way they were with you is the way they're being with this other person, right? And what way is that? I'm going to show you. The Seven of Swords. Running away. Being irresponsible. Being dishonest. Maybe even stealing from them. Betraying them. So what was so great about Virgo? What was it? Two of Pentacles. Judgment. You held them to accountability, and nobody's ever done that. Nobody was ever truthful with them, told them the truth, reflected back to them who they are. Positive and negative, okay? You were honest here. And I feel like they really respect that. Whatever you said to this person, you gave them clarity. And you might have even said, you need to make a decision. Shape up or ship out. Like you stood your ground with this person, but you've given them some kind of a wake-up call here. Seriously, you need to give yourself some credit for this, for being truthful and for being honest and true to yourself. But you gave them time. You did. You put in a lot of effort, time, and energy into this relationship with this person. And I do feel like you were juggling a lot with this person. You were dealing with a lot. But you spoke truth. You opened their eyes. I don't feel like anybody's ever done that for them before, because I feel like you did it in some kind of a kind way. You were patient. You were balanced. You were steady as much as you could have been. Yeah. You showed this person that they needed to make changes in their life. I feel like you were coming to them not just as a lover, but as a friend. And you weren't pulling any punches, though. This person has a tremendous amount of respect for your patience, because I feel like they're thinking to themselves now, wow, I put Virgo through so much. And yet they were still patient, and they were still sticking around, and they were still waiting, in a sense. But they were so patient with me. They gave me so many opportunities. Yeah, so now they're kind of kicking themselves because that grass on the other side of the street is all dried up and yellow, and there's nothing in there because they don't love that person. You're the one that they want to be with. And now they're like left with nothing. They feel unfulfilled. And I'm not saying, hey, we should laugh about that, right? I'm not laughing at that. But I kind of feel like, you don't know what you got till it's gone, right? And that's the situation with this person. They absolutely regret choosing somebody else. Another person plays their thing over the relationship because now they can't have you. Or there's a big chance that they can't. And some of you I know, you're just like, nah, I don't want it back. And even if I do, it's going to take forever to gain that trust again. I get it. I get it. And some of you, maybe you're still patient and you're like, well, they're just going to have to prove it to me. And rightfully, that should be what you expect. If somebody's really going to try to put the effort in to straighten up, they got to show you the money. They got to bring a bloody stump. That's just the bottom line. They got to show you the money. Like, prove it. Okay, you say that, but prove it. It's queen energy. Okay. So this could be a water sign. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Virgo, are you setting your intentions here? I feel like this person is getting on some kind of spiritual path. All right, their journey, not yours. Yeah. Oh, yeah, they're calling on God right now. Foxhole prayers, they're calling on God right now. They're asking God to, like, they want to commit to you. They want to marry you. They want to be with you and only you. So they're like, I don't know if this person ever called on the Lord before. Hey, Jesus, what's up? Here are my prayers. I don't know if they've ever done that before, or maybe they have, but they're definitely doing it now. They're in a bad way. Here you go. 8 of Swords. They're in a really bad way. They're looking in the mirror and they don't like what they're seeing. Okay? They don't like what they're seeing. They're in some kind of prison that they're trying to get out of here. And they're heavily stuck. This is some kind of mental issue going on here. Mental breakdown. They're on a verge. Because you had that 9 of Swords. They're on that verge of the 10 of Swords. Of hitting rock bottom here. Yep. Look. They're like drowning. With that moon. Lost in the lies. They're trying to get clarity. You know, the moon in the reverse is clarity. Truth being revealed, a message in the dreams. And this is in the upright. You know, I feel like this person hasn't reached this point yet where they can reflect by the light of the moon and say, these problems that have happened to me are not unseen. We're not unseen. I created this, right? And for someone to say that means that they're going to take accountability and responsibility for their actions, okay? This person isn't quite there yet. They're still in this illusionary energy where they're still kind of blaming. I feel like it's too soon. I hope that if this person tries to make a comeback around into your life with all that this message has been revealing, that you're not in a rush to take them back, because I feel like it's too soon. You know, I feel like you're taking the pizza out of the meat, I don't know. You're taking it out of the oven before it's fully reached its capacity of cooking. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to take that cake out, cut a piece, and it's all soggy on the inside. You know, it's not fully cooked. I don't feel like this person's fully cooked yet. They need to be fully cooked. But I will tell you, they're going to be making a comeback around. So be careful, Virgo. Because even if you do love this person, and even if you do want things to work out, I don't feel like they're 100% ready. I feel like they are rebounding off the rebound. Because they're struggling. I feel like this person, things aren't working out with who they're with. And now they're like looking over in your direction and saying, oh, I need to get back to Virgo because I really screwed up. This might be just a fear of being alone. Pisces energy there. We did have Sagittarius, Taurus. 3 of Pentacles, yeah. So, I mean, they're definitely going to come in with this commitment thing. Like, oh, I just want to be with you. Watch yourself, Virgo. Watch yourself with this energy. Sometimes people come back way too soon. And they haven't fully done the work. Even some of the work, I mean, a lot of the work is taking accountability. I mean, that's just a basic of it. You know, it takes 2 people to be in a relationship. And we're all accountable for our role in one way or another, okay? Whether that's in the form of knowing someone was not healthy and holding on to them anyway, giving them chance after chance, or another person being in a relationship and taking advantage and blaming it on somebody else. You know, a lot of people A lot of people like to blame. A lot of people like to sue. You know, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. And a lot of people want to get back to the status quo and still not accept responsibility for their role. We never want to take responsibility for what other people do. That's on them. Right? But I feel like, and I don't mean to say that you're not worthy of coming back to at all. I'm definitely not trying to tell you that. I'm just saying I feel like Spirit wants you to protect yourself in a lot of ways and kind of just realize that you are worthy, and this person is seeing it, but they are, and they have a lot of regret for sure, but they're not fully taking accountability just yet because it's too soon. That's the message that I am trying to deliver here. I'm sorry I couldn't be what you needed me to be. I was selfish and stuck in my ego. Okay, so if they could tell you these things, and this makes me feel like when they reach that place of healing, when they're fully at that place of taking responsibility and accountability, I feel like this is what you're going to hear from them. But I don't think you're going to, you might hear some of it, but you got to kind of weigh it like, wait, you just walked out the door last week. How can you be, like what? You got to figure it out for yourself there, Virg. Okay? I'm afraid that I lost you forever. See, there's a little bit of that playing out here. I need to tell you the truth. And I do feel like they'll want to talk to you and try to work things out. Don't rush in. That's what I'm hearing. I really do care, even though I don't show it. I've been manifesting you. See, they're trying to get you back, Virgo. They're trying to get you back. They don't want to be with the person that they're with. I can tell you that right now. They're not happy there. And it's mostly because that other person is requiring them to follow through with things. And this person, I feel like, too immature to fully follow through. Like I said, if they could, they would have done that with you. And so they're going to rebound off of them and come back to you. Because if they really were happy in this new relationship, they'd be working really hard to make it work. Try to fix themselves and make this new relationship work. But, And this is going to be a cycle that they keep repeating until they hit that 10 of Swords, that rock bottom, which we didn't see them hitting just yet. They had the 9. They're on the verge. They're on the verge of this. But not just yet. I want to make things right. Yeah, so I hate seeing you with them. Oh, gosh, that's probably running in their mind, too, a little bit. You know, they might see in their mind that you have somebody else, even if you don't, or maybe you do, and they're seeing you with another person. It's killing them. It's a little bit of like, karma is a dish served cold. It's a little bit of like coming back and haunting them for, you know, you don't know what you have till it's gone. And I feel like there's a lot of regret here. Because they know that you deserve better. Yeah, I sabotaged the connection because it was too intense. That's a load of crap. Too intense. No, I sabotaged the connection because I'm an immature little baby. It's too intense. I'm sorry I hurt you. I didn't realize what I had until it was gone. Virgo, I'm telling you. That's what's going on with this person right now. Okay, there's a lot of regret, and now they're thinking about you and all the great, and how great it was. You know, now your grass is greener, Virgo. This person, the problem with them is that they let the grass dry up. They don't know how to water the damn grass. Like, get on a schedule, man. Set that sprinkler on a timer. Virgo, I just feel like they always come back, Virgo. They always come back in one way or another. But people need to come back authentically and real. And like, if they screwed up, they need to come back and apologize and show what they're sorry for and be consistent with that. Some of you it's time to release this. Like, you need to release it, or when they return, release them if you feel like they're not fully cooked. if they're not fully cooked, Virgo. Radical acceptance and surrender. You know what that means? That means that we're not thinking about it. We're not making deals. We're just radically like cut off. Radical cut off. Radical moves. Slamming the door. Radical moves. Not answering the phone. Not speaking to them. The minute they start talking, you can tell they're lying because their lips are moving. Might be some half-truths, because I feel like they're going to come in some half-truths. Yeah, they're really regretting the loss. Yeah, they really want to be with you. You're the best thing ever. But it might be just too soon. And if they really want to be with you, Virgo, and they really feel like if they really mean it, they'll keep trying. Okay, they're not going to go away. The minute you shut the door on them and you don't let them in, and then you see, like within a week or two, they're off with somebody else, that's how you know they were full of shit. You are safe and divinely protected here. Divinely guided, protected, Virgo. If you haven't gone over to my other channel, Moon Pie Tarot, I uploaded a video there yesterday. Go over and check it out. Little bonus reading. It's for the collective, so it's not specific for Virgo or any other sign. It's just a general collective reading. All right, spiritual lesson. This person's in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. Yeah, and I feel like there is a message and a lesson in here for you as well. Okay, not just you bringing the message to them, but there's something in here for you to learn as well. You're being asked to have patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing, but also find time to laugh, goof off, and enjoy other people that are going to be present in your life in April. Get out there and be happy. Like I said, if you and this person are meant to be, there's nothing you can do to stop it. They're manifesting you. You probably manifested them, but I don't know what happened specifically, but whatever the issue is, there's some lessons here. And you don't have to take somebody back right away just because they're ready. You take them back when you're ready. When both people are willing to put in the work and the effort to see it through. Unless this person is just a habitual type of person where they're in and out of the relationship and they're always running to other people, then no. Then no, this isn't your reading, and you just need to this is just a reminder for you to, make sure you got the deadbolt locked on that door. Yeah, time apart. This is definitely what's a lot of time apart, and working on the self is definitely needed. Yeah, I don't feel like this person is 100% ready. I feel like they're coming back like 50%. They might not even be fully out of this other connection when they return to you. Okay, they might be going through some problems with this other person. Maybe they're fighting or they're going through something, and then now they're just like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going back to Virgo. So it's a timing thing, really. That's what I feel. All right, what other messages here? Old conditioning, release. Time to release and step into a new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame, and guilt need to move out. What no longer resonates for you is not yours. What isn't your burden to carry, stop carrying it. Unload what has been weighing you down, Virgo. That's your spiritual message for April. Distorted view. You need a change in perspective, Virgo, in April. Change of view. You need a time out, okay? Maybe you're going to get one. Maybe you're going to go somewhere, take a trip, do something. Going to like a retreat or somewhere where you can put your pieces back together. If you have any missing or broken pieces, of course. But this is an energy of kind of an escape, a little bit of an escape, so you can get like a new perspective. I feel like a new perspective does a world good for people. Definitely. A new view. Okay? A little time out just for you. Just in your life. Go sit by the beach if you don't live anywhere near a beach. Go travel somewhere. Do something that's just going to You know, when you go to new places, you see new things, you just kind of get like a new perspective on things out there in the world. Dreams, realize, manifest, right? You have the power to create, manifest what you desire. So your thoughts become your destiny. And what you speak out into the universe is what the universe responds with. Make sure your intentions are clear and direct and specific. When you choose to push outside of your comfort zone and have determination, your dreams become reality. Now is the time to take action and have a clear focus on what you want. The universe works with you to create it by using your manifesting power for your highest good. The world is your oyster, Virgo, whatever you want. And I'm not talking about manifesting a specific person, okay, because that is a form of manipulation. All right, so just imagine you're sitting having a coffee, and all of a sudden you get sucked into the vortex and land into the house of someone you cannot stand that wants to marry you, and you're forced to stay, right? That's what people tend to think manifestation is, and that's not. That's putting a spell on someone or kidnapping. Manifestation is not about, it's just about setting your intentions and writing it down, right? I want this particular kind of car. I'm using it as an example, okay? And I wanted to have A, B, C, D, and E things. I want it to be this color, you know, and then one day a car, either that exact car shows up or something very similar to it shows up without you ever seeing it. You know what I mean? It's setting your intentions and the universe just brings it to you. You know, you want to be wealthy. You know, you got to write this stuff down. It's kind of like, and I always go back to this, Jim Carrey. He wanted to be a millionaire, so he took a blank check and he wrote $1 million on it, filled the whole check out, and he hung it up. It seeped into his subconscious, but it didn't just magically appear under the Christmas tree. The universe provided tools and a path for him to manifest, for his manifestations to come true. That's how it works. The law of attraction is real. It's all about thinking positively, you know, and I feel like maybe that's a spiritual lesson for you here, okay? There's something here for you to learn. That's just like a little side thing here. Let's check out the Chinese sign of you and the person showing up here. Year of the ox, year of the dragon, year of the snake, year of the pig, year of the dog, year of the horse, year of the rooster, and year of the tiger. All right, Virgo. Awesome sauce. All right, let's get all these out of the way as best as we can. All right, let's move on. Let us move on. What other messages are here for Virgo in regards to this situation? This person, what's going on with them, how they're feeling about you, their regrets, their loss. Oh my God, manifesting. Oh my gosh, Virgo. This person is trying to manifest you back into their life. They're telling the universe exactly what they want with you, okay? If you don't want them back, like, you're going to need to get your like Wonder Woman wristlets and deflect this. But if you do, I just need you to know that you are completely on their mind at this time. They're going to definitely find a way to come back into your life, even if they could just anything. They don't want to be where they are. All right, caution. Find out more information. They're definitely, I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it, they are seeking you out, trying to see what you're doing, if you're available, if you will look their way. Spying a little bit, searching, very curious, seeking the truth about you and your situation. Okay. And letting go to make room for the new beginning coming with you. That in their mind, right? I don't know. Virgos might be like, there is no way in hell this person is going to come back. And even if they do, I'm going to have to see if this is what I want, right? And I'm not, look, I don't believe in closing all doors unless it's detrimental to your life. If it's not, Virgo, you have to make the final call here. But I can just tell you that this person is definitely heading your way in April. You have a guardian angel looking over you, Virgo. experiencing a breakup. Look, this person, oh my God, they're even praying to their angels. They're going through some kind of breakup in April with whoever they're with or whatever's going on. Coming back in, they want to commit to you. Just heed the warning, what I told you. Some of you just move on. It's not the right time. Might well, look, give it time. Can't see my cards. It's so dark. Yeah. Just, this is kind of like everything in divine timing. I do feel like, and I'm just going to give this caveat, I do feel like this situation is more of a timing thing than anything else, okay? I'm not saying that I'm not calling you out. I'm not saying you love them, you don't love them. I don't know specifically what happened, but I can say that something's not working out for them, and they think that it's a little selfish. It's not working out for them, and they want something to work out for them, and they want to come back to you hoping that it will work out for them. But in a lot of ways, they're not considering how you might be feeling in regards to whatever happened, which is kind of selfish, you know? If they're just barging right in on you and trying to have it their way, like it's freaking Burger King, like, no, this is not Burger King. You will not be controlled. If they're coming in and they're like, listen, I'm really sorry. I'm going through a lot. Things broke up. I really screwed up. I know I messed up with you. I want us to have another try, but I'll respect if you don't want that or if you need time. That's kind of the way it should be. And because then that kind of puts it back in your court where you can then make the decision. If they're coming and making this decision on their own and playing this hierarchy thing where they're just going to grab you by the hair and drag you into the cave. No, I don't see you, Virgo. I don't see that. I don't see you doing that. I don't see you being draggable. All right, what else does Virgo need to know here? Okay. Oh, yeah, date. Getting back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date, dating online. Some of you might just be like, no, not right now. I'm dating. I want to meet somebody new. That's fine. Whatever you need to do. Hammer, sabotage, and rebuild. Persistent, working on it, repairing. So this is tearing something down and rebuilding again. It's on their end, but it's also on yours. But they want to rebuild it with you, and I feel like some of you want to just rebuild yourselves. And others of you do want to rebuild it with them, but I don't see you rushing in. And some of you will. Some of you are just like, yes, come on in. Here's all my everythings. Here's all the things. Take whatever you want. Take advantage of my heart again. I hope that's not you. I do. I hope it's not you. But look, for both of you, camera, reminiscing, making memories, learning from the past, perception. It will come, and I do feel like this person, they're going to have to like drop through a few more layers till they hit that rock bottom. Okay, like I said, they had the 9 of Swords. So they're on the verge, but they're not quite at the complete rock bottom. Somewhere, I'm hearing in their mind, they think that you will still accept them back or that you will still be available to them. It's very egotistical. I don't know that they feel, part of them feels like they've lost you forever, but part of them is not accepting that, either because you're still in contact with them. They haven't fully felt a loss, but they will in April. And I feel like when we get to April and we actually get the readings in, I feel like you're going to see a lot of 10 of Swords with your person. Yeah, but there is going to be a love call. I miss you. I'm thinking of you. So you are going to hear from them. Just informing you. I'm just calling to let you know I'm thinking of you. I'm just calling to let you know. It doesn't mean I'm just calling to tell you. Virgo's like, what do you mean you miss me? What? I'm just letting you know. Virgo's like, I don't need to know. That's your problem. That's a you problem. If you're missing me, you should have thought about that before you got yourself in a position to miss me. Because anybody who wants to be with you isn't going to put themselves in a position to lose you. I mean, it's just like this. Let's get to common sense, right? It's just what I'm feeling. All right, Virgo. Come on. All right. So you've got Virgo. Yeah, I called out Virgo. Aries, there's Taurus, and there's a Pisces. Okay. September 14th, September 5th, the 3rd, the 6th, the 9th, the 8th, the 12th. We have 59, 58, 53, 56, 95, 98, 63, 69, 65, 68. Oh my gosh. '89, '86, '83, '85. Okay, Virgo. Years, or it could be your age. All right, let's get some. I just heard Rex, R-E-X. All right, got a P, J, W, R, Zara, Zach. We have a Z. We have a Y, have H, S. Some of you knew this person in high school. There was a connection in high school to this person. There are no vowels. Let me see if we can get a vowel in here. All right, we got an A and the letter M. Somebody's Amish or lives in Amish country. I know that doesn't spell Amish, but and is that backwards? Amish. Okay. Jaworski. I just heard Jaworski. Maya. Mystic Island. Someone's called Mama, like, or Meemaw, like a grandmom name. Marjorie, Madge. Somebody's in the army or is in a war, maybe playing a game, or is actually in the military. Somebody's JR or Junior. Presh. Someone's name is Presh, or someone calls someone Presh, like, precious. Reese. I'm hearing Reese. Now, if I call out names and it doesn't resonate for you, it doesn't mean it's not your reading, okay? Just keep that in mind. Pryor. Wayne or Waylon. May. Do 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 do. Mash. Do 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 do. Korea. Wash. Wasley. A lot of names coming up. Pritzker. Arlene. Pamela, Park, Mary, Mars, Mraz, Justin, Josh. Oh gosh, I'm getting so many names. Raymond. Smyrna. Harry. Reese. Did I say Reese already? I feel like I already said that. Ramsey. Sarah. Okay. Whew. There's too many people for me. There's too many people coming in. All right, let's get some charms. Okay, so you got music. All right, you have a musical symbol. So there's an attachment to music, a musical attachment, or somebody's listening to music right now, listening to their playlist. Okay, you've also got a red moon, crescent moon, red crescent moon. The moon, you might see the crescent moon. It might have like a red glow, perhaps. You also have an onyx flower, or a black flower with a diamond. Okay? You see that somewhere, like a black flower with a gem in it. Okay? Last but not least, you also have a carrot stick, or a carrot, little carrot, bunny rabbit, April, Easter, bunnies. You probably see a lot of bunnies, or maybe somebody's feeding the bunnies. And you also have a pearl whale tail. Okay, pearl whale tail. Somebody goes to an ocean, Pearl Beach. Is there a place called Pearl Beach? I just heard. Pearl Beach. Okay. Oh, and then, yeah, they just said get a couple more here. Okay. Well, we're doing something tropical here. So we have a palm tree, and there's also flamingos are showing up in my readings constantly. So you have a flamingo here, pink flamingo. Okay, that's significant for someone. That's about balance. And I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. A palm tree. Okay, connection to palm trees. Maybe where you live, or somebody has a connection to palm trees. When is Palm Sunday? Did that happen yet, or is that in April? I can never remember. Could be something to do with Palm Sunday. Somebody could be going somewhere tropical, or going on a vacation, or maybe you're growing palms, or you've got palm trees outside of your house, or you're doing something with coconut oil. Maybe you're ingesting or using coconut oil for something. And I just heard Gen X. Somebody's a Gen Xer. So when is that? 1960, mid-60s to early 80s. Is that Gen X? Somebody's a Gen Xer. Or there's some connection to Gen X. Okay. All right. That's it. That's your reading. I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah. So put a like on the button. Put a like on the video, and do subscribe if you enjoy the readings. Personal reading link is in the description box below if you would like a reading. Also, if you cannot afford my readings, you can show up on Saturdays and Sundays here on this channel and on my other channel, Moon Pie Tarot. And for $20, you'll get a mini reading. There's just something pressing that you want to know, and you don't want to pay, or you can't pay the full amount for my personal readings. I do show up here now on YouTube again to do little mini readings for everybody. Personal. Ask a question, pay your money in the super chat, and I will pull cards for you and give you a reading, okay? So I'll see you all back here tomorrow. Bye.
Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I can't focus, I can't